Hello, I am Engineer Fasil. Today we will discuss about civil engineer interview. I am launching a 9-part series videos covering the essential interview question across 9 core disciplines of civil engineering. The first one is structural engineering, the second is concrete technology or construction technology, third transportation or highway engineering, fourth surveying engineering, fifth project management, sixth geotechnical engineering, seven hydraulic engineering, eight environmental engineering, and ninth material engineering. Over the next few videos, we will deep dive into each one to make sure you are 100% prepared. Today, in part 1, we are starting with backbone of every building's structural engineering. Let's jump to the first question. Question number 1. What is the difference between beam and columns? Answer. A beam is a horizontal member that resists bending and shear loads transferred from slabs. A column is a vertical compression members that transfer loads to the foundation. Beam fails in flexure while column fails by buckling or crushing depending on slenderness ratio. Question number 2. What is the purpose of reinforcement in RCC structures? Answer. Concrete is strong in compression but weak in tension. Steel reinforcement bars or rebars are placed in the tensile zero to resist tensile stress. Together, they form reinforced cement concrete or RCC, combining the strengths of both materials. Question number 3. What is the concept of factor of safety or FOS? Answer. Factor of safety is the ratio of the ultimate strength of materials to the permissible or working stress. It accounts for uncertainties in material properties, load estimation, and workmanship. A typical factor of safety for structural steel is 1.67. For concrete, it varies by load combination. Question number 4. What is the difference between simply supported beam and a cantilever? Answer. A simply supported beam has pin and roller support at both ends. Maximum bending moment is at the mid-span, while a cantilever is fixed at one end and free at other. Maximum bending moment of cantilever is at the fixed support, making it critical for design. In this question, you should also refer about hugging, sagging, fixed end and reactions. Question number 5. What are different types of loads on structures? Answer. The loads on the structures are categorized into 5. The first one is dead load. Dead load is self-weight of structure and it is permanent load. It includes framing like steel structure or concrete structures, walls, floors, roof, ceiling, and etc. The second one is live load or variable loads. Live loads are temporary occupancy or moving loads like people, furniture, or other movable equipments. The third one is wind load, the load that can cause lateral pressures. And the fourth one is seismic load or earthquake loads. Seismic loads or earthquake loads are inertial forces from the ground accelerations. The fifth one is environmental loads that caused from snow or thermal or rainfall or floods and other loads. Question number 6. Explain the concept of bending moments and the shear force diagrams. Answer. A shear force diagram or SFD plots the variation of shear along the beam. while a bending moment diagram or BMD plots the bending moments. The shear force diagram is a derivative of bending moment diagram. The point where the shear is zero corresponds to the maximum bending moment, and it is critical for design. Question number 7. Different type of structural supports. Answer. There are three types of structural supports. The first one is fixed support. Fixed support restrains movements in all directions: horizontal directions, vertical directions, and rotations. For examples, you can see a column cast into heavy foundations. The second one is pinned or hinged support. This type of support allows rotation but restrains horizontal and vertical movements. The third is roller support. This type of support restrains only vertical movements and allows horizontal movements and rotations. For example, you can take one end of a long bridge to allow for thermal expansions. Question number 8. What is development length? Answer. Development length is the minimum length of reinforcement bar that must be embedded in concrete to ensure a sufficient bond between the two materials. This development length prevents the bars from slipping out when it is under the maximum stress. Question number 9. What is torsion in structure, and where do we usually see it? Answer. Torsion is a twisting force caused by a load acting away from the structural axis. We see torsion most commonly in curved beams or beam supporting cantilever slab on only one side. Question number 10. Why do we provide concrete cover or clear cover to reinforcement? And what is the typical thickness of clear cover? Answer. A clear cover is provided for two main reasons. The first one is corrosion protection, and the second one is for fire resistance. The typical thickness of clear cover is 20 mm for slab, 25 mm for beams, 40 mm for columns, 50 mm and above for foundations. This is our top 10 interview question for part 1 structural engineering. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and share it with your fellow engineers. Next time, in part 2, we will focus on concrete technology or construction technology. I am Engineer Fasil and I will see you in the next part.